This video will help you learn how to successfully complete any credit recovery science course. The course generally lasts 8 to 9 weeks. You must stay on pace. Follow your pacing guide. If you fail to log in or to do any work for 14 days, you will be given a WNG, that is withdrawn no grade. You must show mastery, that is earn a 70% or higher on all of the unit benchmark tests, including the final benchmark test. Completing this course takes time, just like any extracurricular activity such as a club, a sport, or working a job would take time. Be prepared. If you wish to drop this course, you must see your school counselor. It is vital that you have a backup computer or device in case something happens. Loss of the internet will not get you an extension. Stay in touch with your instructor. We can't help you if we don't know you have questions. Read and follow all the directions in your welcome letter. The welcome letter can be found in the student dashboard and at the top of the main course page under the class title banner. All of the credit recovery science courses begin with Unit 1 course introduction. There are 3 assignments. 0.1, How Credit Recovery Science Works orientation. You have to score a minimum of 85% and you have unlimited attempts. You must complete the 0.2 Welcome Roll Call questionnaire and you earn a 100% for answering the question in the 0.3 Verifying Data in Student Dashboard. Once you've completed those 3 assignments, then you will be able to take the Unit 1 benchmark test. As you can see, it says not available unless you've achieved a required score on 2 of the assignments and have completed the activity for the 1 assignment. You must earn an 80% to successfully complete Unit 1 course introduction. You have unlimited attempts at the Unit 1 benchmark test. All the rest of the units in the course begin with a pretest. You only get 1 attempt at a pretest. If you score an 80% or higher, that's awesome. You get to skip the lessons. It is basically a way for you to show that you already know the material that is in that unit. If you score less than an 80%, then you must complete all of the unit review lessons until you earn an overall 80% mastery score. Even if you score an 80% or higher on the pretest, you can still choose to review any one of the review lessons before taking the unit benchmark test. The unit review lessons provide the material for you to review before taking the unit benchmark test. Only the highest grade is recorded in the gradebook and you get unlimited attempts. The unit review lessons are required if you didn't score above an 80% on your pretest. You must score an overall average of 80% so that the unit benchmark will unlock for you to take the test. So all of the credit recovery units start with a unit pretest, a set of lessons, and a unit benchmark test. You get 1 attempt on the pretest. You can skip all of the lessons if you scored an 80% or higher on the pretest. You must have an average of 80% or higher for all of the lessons before you can take any unit benchmark test. So what do your grades look like if you make an 80% or higher on the pretest? You would have a score anywhere between an 80 and 100% for the unit pretest. You can skip all of the lessons and score an 80 or higher on the unit benchmark test, and it will show that you have mastered the material. If you scored less than an 80% on the pretest, then you're going to have to do the activities that are listed, each one of the lessons within the unit, before you're able to take the unit benchmark test. You must score anywhere between 80 and 100% on all of the lessons in order for the benchmark test to be opened. Once you score an 80% or higher on each of the activities and the unit benchmark test, you will receive a grade of mastered. Another way to see this is the success flow chart. So you start a unit, you score an 80% or higher on a pretest. If you do that, you can go directly to the unit benchmark test. This is a great way to move quickly through the course and to not be penalized for stuff that you already know. Now, if you don't score an 80% or higher, you have to do all of the lessons and score an 80% or higher on those. You keep trying again until you score an 80% or higher. Then you can do the unit benchmark, and if you score 70% or higher, you get a mastery for that. Then you can move on to the next unit. Here are a few hints for unit review lessons. You must click the gray finish button at the end of your score to record in the gradebook. If there's not a finish button, then change your internet browser. You want to be able to hit submit all and finish. You must start the lesson completely over if you wish to earn a higher score. Also, if you like, take some notes on the side, open up a second window so that you can use those notes on future benchmark tests. So for all the rest of the units in the course, for the unit benchmark tests, you must score a 70% or higher to successfully complete it or to master it in order to move on to the next unit in the course. The unit benchmark tests are required and cannot be skipped. Only the highest score is recorded. There are unlimited attempts. However, there's a 30-minute wait time before each attempt so that you can go back to the review lessons to correct your missed questions. If you had already exempted the review lessons for this unit, just open and view the lesson with the specific topic that you need to review for the test. You can review them without them counting against you. In summary, the pretest is required. You get one attempt and you have to score an 80 or higher if you want to skip the unit review lessons. The unit review lessons must be completed with an overall average of 80% if you did not score high enough on the pretest. You have unlimited attempts at unit review lessons. The unit benchmark test is required. You get unlimited attempts, but questions change. You must master it with a 70% or higher to move on to the next unit. The final benchmark test. Your credit will only be issued if you master this test. That means you have to score a 70% or higher. You have 3 attempts on the final benchmark test. You will not need a proctor for this test. Your final score. You will not see an average grade at the bottom of your gradebook. You will only see mastered or not mastered as the grade on unit and final benchmarks. Earning your credit depends on your unit benchmark tests and the final benchmark test, which is required, and they must state mastered. Your school counselor will be sent a transcript after you have earned your credit. The grade issued will be a 60. Contact your instructor when you have any questions about your science course. We can't help you if we don't know you have questions. We look forward to issuing your science credit. Good luck.